Hello everyone, and welcome to the One Step at a Time YouTube channel, the new channel on YouTube for beginner travelers just like me. So if that sounds like you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So as you can tell by my channel, I've decided to commit to traveling more. So last year when I took a week-long trip to Austin, which was a whole lot of fun, I'm going to link that video up above, but I was there for a whole week and I went online and found out they have hostels there, so decided I was going to do it. I was going to stay in my first hostel. Now in America, we don't really understand hostels, we don't really have a hostel culture, and I had to do a lot of research to kind of understand what I was walking into. So here's a little bit of my experience first time staying in a hostel. Now the first thing was, why do I stay in a hostel when I could stay in a hotel? Well, the easiest answer is the hostel was $20 a night. So, also I just wanted the experience of staying in a hostel, and I saw it online. It was kind of an artsy place. We were right by the bus stop, so I can get right where I needed to go. And part of me really wanted to test out staying in a hostel before I go to a foreign country, because I'm already doing something new by staying in a hostel. I don't want to have to layer on language barriers and cultural barriers my first time. So I was able to get my first time in a hostel out of the way in my own country, which was great. I recommend that. And I was just excited about doing something new. So the first question that pops into the mind of a lot of people when staying in a hostel is, don't you have to share a room with strangers? Well, my hostel didn't have any private rooms, so yeah, it was all shared rooms. So yeah, I slept in a room with anywhere between 3 some nights to 6 people. Isn't that sketchy? Aren't you gonna get murdered? Probably not. What if someone steals my stuff? My iPad's in there. The most modern hostels I've read at least have lockers. This one did. So you can definitely pack your stuff up in there, bring a lock for the locker, and put your stuff in there. And yeah, there are stories of people whose lockers gotten broken into, but there's also stories of people's hotel rooms that have gotten broken into, cars that have gotten broken into, homes. So it's not exclusively a hostel thing. And just be smart. This particular hostel I was in there for 7 days, so I kind of got a sense of the culture of the place, and I felt perfectly safe. My stuff was usually just under my bed. So I'm not telling you not to lock your stuff up, but just be aware and make your own decision. Isn't it hard to sleep with that many people in the room with you? It wasn't hard to sleep, but there was definitely people doing their own thing, which can be sometimes distracting. So the first night I was there was the night I was interrupted the most. We were all sleeping. There were 4 of us in the room at a time. We're all sleeping. This guy checks in at midnight. So the hostel worker comes in there and shows him where he's sleeping, which of course is going to be the top bunk of my bunk. I'm on the bottom, he's on the top now. So of course it's my bunk. So that wakes me up when they get here, and he's crawling up on top. That wakes me up. Around 4 o'clock, he has a full-on night terror. Jolts up screaming, and then falls back asleep. And then he checked out at 6 a.m. and woke me up again. So that's 3 times in one night this one person woke me up. It happens. You're in a room with other people. It happens. And when that happens, you can either get pissed or you can move on with your life. The good thing is, though, here at least there was a consensus of when it was sleep time and when it was awake time. I know a lot of people have stories of people walking in at 3 in the morning, turning the lights on and going crazy. That didn't happen this time, luckily. But it was hard in the mornings getting ready, because I had to get up super early to get ready to go to my conference, my classes and stuff, so I had to be out of the hostel at 8:30, and people were still sleeping, so I'm getting ready in the dark, sneaking to the showers in the dark. My advice for that situation is just to put your clothes out the night before so you know what you're wearing, so you don't have to go through your suitcase. Oh my god, Garrett, what if people are snoring all night? Bring headphones. It's just like having a sleepover with your friends or with your parents. Sometimes people snore. The last night I was there, this guy was in a room, and he must have had sleep apnea or something, because I was not sure he was going to make it through the night. There were a couple times where he chortled and snored, and I thought that was it. I thought he passed, and then he kept snoring. So yeah, it does happen. People snore, they're sleeping. Can't really do anything to help that. Just put your headphones in, put in some Shawn Mendes or something, and go to sleep. Another cool thing about hostels is because of the type of crowd they attract, everyone kind of speaks your same language. When you're in a hostel, you don't necessarily have to explain what a backpacker is, what a traveler, what a digital nomad. You don't have to explain what these terms are, because people understand. They're all part of the same community, same culture of people who are traveling and doing it on a budget. So you definitely meet a specific brand of people in the hostel, and that can be super, super cool. Especially if your hostel has a shared living space, like this one did. You can get to know your hostel mates very easily. One night we had 6 strangers around the TV watching Evil Dead. First time I've ever seen that. And there were other nights where we just stayed up talking and learned about all kinds of stuff. I met this woman who was originally from Moscow, but then moved to Ohio when she was a baby, and now she's doing all this other stuff. And I was there for a week. I got to know the staff who was there. They were also living there. One thing I regret not doing is this hostel, like a lot of other hostels that are kind of catered toward younger people and travelers and stuff, they had events. This one had a pub crawl that was going down the street right there. And I got back to the hostel just as that was leaving. And they were like, come on, come on, come on. And I was like, no, I'm tired. I'm going to go lay down. I should have gone. I don't know why I didn't go. Because it would have been a lot of fun. I would have hung out with hopefully really cool people. Would have gotten some drinks. It would have been a great night. But I didn't go. So just open yourself up to meeting the new people in the hostel. It'll make your experience so much better if you're not surrounded by strangers and you're surrounded by your new friends. That being said, at least for me, because we were in shared rooms and this hostel was all shared rooms, don't expect a hotel when it's a hostel. You have sometimes up to 12 people sharing one bathroom. Figure it out. All these people walking around doing their own thing, which is great. Just know that their thing might be walking through your room at 7 a.m. So if you're flexible and you're ready for the ride, then you can really enjoy your hostel. Also, $20 a night. And that's like the medium end of hostels. You can get some that are way cheaper. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it made you a little less scared of staying in a hostel. If you did, go ahead and give me a like and give me a comment down below. If you've been in a hostel before, what are your hostel tips? Why you would never stay in a hostel? Anything, just let me know. I want to hear from you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.